Hi, my dear friends. Welcome to Just for Your Ears podcast Positivity series. Have you ever heard of something called a butterfly moment? It comes from the idea of the butterfly effect, the belief that even the smallest action, like a word, a pause, or a simple decision, can create ripples far beyond what we can see. In our daily lives, it shows up in the smallest ways. Probably a message you hesitate to send, a call you almost ignore, a kind word you think twice about, or a step you are too unsure to take. These moments may feel insignificant at that time, but they carry the power to quietly change directions, sometimes yours, sometimes someone else's. And today, this isn't about science. This is about us, our choices, our silences, and those brief moments of courage that we often underestimate. It was just another evening at a crowded bus stop. People stood around, scrolling through their phones, each one lost in their own world. Among them was a young girl, quiet and withdrawn, her eyes not really looking at anything, just staring through everything. She had been carrying something heavy inside her for days: doubt, fear, loneliness, the kind that doesn't show on the outside. She opened her phone, typed a message, paused, and erased it. Then again, typed, hesitated, and deleted. All she wanted was to message her father about the scholarship she had received, the chance to go abroad for her higher studies, and the future she had been dreaming of for so long. She wanted to tell him how much this meant to her, how hard she had worked, and why this opportunity could change her life. But her mind was louder than her heart. What if he still wasn't supportive? What if he refused to understand her passion? What if he dismissed everything she had built toward in a jiffy? And just like that, she locked her phone and chose silence. Standing right next to her was someone else, dealing with his own struggles, his own thoughts. He didn't know her story. He didn't even fully notice her. But something in that moment, something small and unexplainable, nudged him. He turned slightly and asked, "Hey, are you okay?" That was it. No grand gesture, no deep conversation, just a simple question asked in a passing. But that one moment broke something open. She nodded at first, then managed a small smile, and then a few words followed. It wasn't a long conversation, but it was enough. Enough to make her feel seen, enough to remind her she wasn't alone. Later that night, she picked up her phone again, thinking about the message she had wanted to send her father all along. This time she didn't overthink. She didn't erase. She simply typed, "Hi, Dad," and pressed send. And that one small message turned into a conversation. He replied, and soon the words between them began to flow more easily than she expected. That conversation turned into support, and that support slowly turned into healing, all because of a moment that almost didn't happen, a question that didn't have to be asked, and a message that was almost never sent. We often believe that life changes only through big decisions, big achievements, or major turning points. But the truth is, life quietly shifts through the smallest of moments. A message you almost didn't send, a call you almost ignored, a risk you almost didn't take, or a moment where you chose kindness even when you didn't have to. Because every small act doesn't just end there, it travels. It reaches places you may never see, touches lives you may never know, and creates ripples far beyond your imagination. So, the next time you hesitate to initiate a conversation, to check on someone, or to take that one small step, remember this: you are not just creating a moment, you might be changing a direction, not just yours, but someone else's too. Maybe the world doesn't need more big dramatic changes, maybe it just needs more small, meaningful ones. The key takeaway: never underestimate the power of small beginning. A simple word, a quiet decision, or a moment of courage can create ripples you may never see, but they matter. What feels insignificant to you could be the turning point for someone else or for yourself. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the first step, however small, however unsure. So go ahead, take that first step, start that conversation, make the choice, try that path you have been holding back from. Because somewhere along the way, that one step can change a direction, sometimes in ways you never imagined. This is your reminder that even the smallest step can create the biggest shift. And this is Just for Your Ears podcast, where little thoughts make a big difference. Until we meet next time, be happy, keep smiling, take that one small step. Bye.